Okay guys, we are now at lecture 9. You can see we are working very hard for you. So it's time you worked hard for yourself. It's all about you. If we can do it, you can do it. So this is the answer to activity 39.6. I don't know why I've written 4 here. We've done 4 before. This is 39.6. Well, if you've done 4 and 5 before. This we are doing 6. This is the more complex decision trees. Now, there's a guy called Joe Keenan who has a mobile stall selling cooking pans. He has to decide which market to visit. There are 4 markets he can go to: town A, town B, town C, town D, and he can only go to one town. So he's looked at their revenues and the probability of doing better, and to consult with other stall holders, and he has made his chart, and we have to help him make a decision tree. So he has 4 options: town A, this is his probability, this is his revenue. 0.4, and his revenue is $5,000, and 0.6 and $8,000. Town B, probability, revenue. So he has 3 options here: 0.3, 0.5, 0.2. It's getting more and more complex. 30,000, 4,000, 8,000. Town C is probability, and here is your revenue, and here also he has 3 options. He has 0.4, 0.5, 0.1, and he will earn 3,000, or he will earn 6,000, or he will earn 10,000. Then we have town B. He has a probability, he has the revenue, and his K options are 0.3, 0.3, 0.4, 5,000, 6,000. Faris, I hope you're still in town and you're working hard. Okay, so now we're going to build our decision trees. He has 4 options. Obviously, we know that the decision trees goes right to left, and it always starts off with a square. He has 4 options. He has town A, town B. So we call this town A, town B, town C, and we have town D. A has 2 options. Happening well, 0.4 or 0.6. Yeah, the probabilities of his economic return. So this is 5,000, this is 8,000. There is no initial cost for him, so this is 1. No, sorry, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Okay, so town B, he has 3 options: 0.3, 0.5, and 0.2. From this we learn 3,000, 4,000, and 5,000. Town C, option 4. C also has 3 options: 0.4, he will earn 3,000. 0.5, he will earn 6,000, and 0.1, he will earn 10,000. We're going to extend B out a little bit just because we're getting quite squeezed in there. You have 0.3, he will earn 5,000. Here again 0.3, he will earn 6,000. And here we have 0.4, he will earn 6,000. 8 6 are 48. So that's 6,800 plus. This is 900 plus 2,000 plus 5 to the 10 plus 1,000. So this is 3,900. Then this is 1,200, 3,000 and 1,000. So 3, 4, 5,200. Well, A seems to be winning so far. Then we have 1,500, 1,800, 9 4s are 36. So we have here 1,500 plus 1,800, 0 0, 3,300 plus 3,600 is 0 0, 6,900. Oh, he beat town A. So basically, he's going to go to town D. John will go to town B as his return is the highest from there. So that was the first example of your complex decision tree. I will be doing 2 more decision trees. One is the hairdresser's dilemma, and then there's the restaurant owner who has to consider his or her options. Right? So, if you haven't done them so far, pause the video here, do the 2 questions and then check, because I'm going to put up the answers here right now. Okay, so now this is the second question, which is A-level exam practice question 1, the case study. This is the hairdresser's dilemma. So here a husband and wife have a beauty parlor and they're both hairdressers. Their daughter wants to get married in Argentina and they're going to be going away for 2 weeks. And during that time, they want to know what to do with their parlor or whatever, their hairdresser salon, what they want to do with it. The time that they're going to be going is a very busy part of the part of their season, and they need to make a decision. So basically, we are going to help them make that decision. Should they travel? Should they stay? Right? And we're going to start off by saying they are going to start off with, they have 3 decisions. One is shut the salon. Second decision is employ a stylist. And the third is ask a relative to manage. Right? So, if they were to shut the salon, they would lose $6,000. If they were, so this is option 1. Second option. So option 1 is shut the salon. Second is employ a stylist. So employ a stylist who is going to cost us 2,000. Then there are 2 options. Will the profit, he says there's a 50% chance. So profit 0.5, more profit 0.5, and we'll be making 3,000 here and 4,000 here. Get the relative to run it. So they're going to get 2 relatives to run it, and they will both be paid $500 plus $500 each. They're 2 relatives. So they have a 60% chance of making a profit of 3,000 and a 40% chance are making $5,000 as profit. So now we're going to do the working. We have our first, which is just a minus 6,000, and then we do 5 threes of half. This is 1,500 and 22,000. So that's 3,500 minus 2,000 is 1,500. So this was getting the stylist. This is 1,800 and 2,000. So 520. Yeah. So this is 3,800 minus 1,000 is 2,800. So basically, they get the relatives to come. Because if they shut the salon, they'll lose 6,000. But if they keep it open, they'll have 2,800. So we are going to tell them to carry on by hiring their relatives and doing that. They make the most return by hiring their relatives who don't know much about hairdressing but can run the parlor in their absence. And you know, when we do discuss parlors as mega businesses over here making lots of money, they're making decisions like this actually, because those people do travel. Do they leave it in the care of their workers? These are decisions. I've said that some of them hire 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 people, and we've looked at their turnover and how much they make. So after this, we're going to do the restaurant owner who has to consider her decision. She wants to know if she should expand her premises or do nothing, big extension, small extension. She has to make that decision. They've already made the decision tree, and on that you have to just calculate the values. So we're going to do question number 2 now. So this is June Wong. She owns a restaurant that it's so busy at lunchtime that she's thinking of an expansion, and they have decided on expansion. One option is that she can do a big expansion which would cost her $200,000, but then she can appeal to a higher income market segment, charge higher prices and be bigger. There's a smaller extension that would cost her $75,000, but she feels that would not have much of a big return. And then the third option is keep her restaurant and as is. So she just has to figure out what to do, and we're going to help out June Wong to figure out what to do. And we have big extension, and this is going to cost her $200,000. Area, success 0.5, 0.5, so 50% chance. Earning 60,000, earning 600,000. Wow. Second option, small extension is going to cost her 75,000. Remember, the brackets are to show you that it's a minus, it's money going out. Failure, very small chance. Success 0.8. If there is failure, she will earn 40,000. If she is successful, she will earn 200,000. And the third option is do nothing. It costs nothing. Earning stays the same. So basically, we have to see what are we to do with it. So this is 30,000 and 300,000. So 330,000 minus 200,000 is 130,000. Here is 8,000 and 8 to this 160,000. 168,000 minus 75,000. 93,000. So basically, she should go with the big extension. She's making good money in going with the she has to see, but also she has to look at the qualitative of, yes, her success and failure. Will she be able to attract the crowd which is higher paying? Do people not, how long is the wait for a table? If it's 4 or 5 minutes, it's the norm. Is that all right? At the same time, she has to look where's the economy headed and where is she actually physically located where people are coming to her for lunch. So, very important that you be able to do your decision trees. There are questions at the back. There are 3 questions. And you can actually have a read over them, and you can actually make a pointed outline for your answer, which you can actually send to me, which I'm willing to have, quite happy to check for you. One question is, when you see that this makeup company wants to, it has 2 plans, you have to make a decision tree. Should they make a decision tree? It's a discuss question for 20 marks. And then the other question is, what are the strategic choice techniques which are available? 2 different manufacturing hotel businesses in your country which are planning to have a growth strategy. The fact that we have finished chapter 39, I want you to now finish your worksheet chapter 39, and there is also a decision tree and question 4. So I want you to, along with this is question 4, worksheet chapter 39. And if you haven't done it or gone over your worksheets, please complete your worksheet. I've done questions 1 to 3 for you, and I'm going to now do question 4 of the worksheet. Pause it here, go back, do your worksheet. I'm going to show you, write the question on the board. We're going to do the worksheet. Question number 4, that is going to be all lecture 9. Lecture 10 is going to start with chapter 40. So right now, pause your video, go do your worksheet chapter 39, question 4, which is on decision trees again. Like CPA, we're going to do hundreds of these, so it's very important that you get good with this topic. And we will start with chapter 40 in lecture 10. Right now, pause it, go do your exercise and come back to it to check it with me. I'm going to put up the answers on the board now. Okay, so this is question 4 of your worksheet. So the question is, the owner of a small specialist car maker wants to decide between strategy A, which is launch a new product, or enter a new market. And if he wants to go with A, which is launch a new product, it will cost him 5 million, and if he wants to go into a new market, it's going to cost him 7 million. And we have to draw a decision tree for this. So we're going to start off with the very basic square, and with that square, we're going to do strategy A, strategy B. Please draw it horizontally in your notebooks because you don't know how long it might go, and please keep it nice and big so you can actually read it. Strategy A, then the cost of strategy A is 5 million, cost of strategy B is 7 million, and he has probability of success, this is a 2, is 0.8, so failure has to be 0.2. If it's successful, he will earn 10 million. If he fails, he will earn 2 million. Strategy B, which was to enter the new market, the chances of success are 0.7, the chances of failure are 0.3. If he is successful, he will earn 14 million. If he fails, he will earn 4 million. What is he going to do? He is going to, we want to calculate for him. This is 8 million and 0.2 is 400,000. So this is basically 8.4 million minus 5 is $3.4 million. This options, this is 120,000 and 7 into 14. 14 into 0.7. 9.8. So this becomes 11 million. Where's my duster? This is 11 million minus 7 is 4 million. So between the two of them, he will go with strategy B, which is he is going to go into the new market. The owner will go with strategy B, which is enter the new market. Either ways, whether he fails or succeeds, his returns are much higher. Well, after this, there were two little questions for chapter 39. We had to calculate, which was part 5, and then 6. What is the usefulness of the decision tree? This is 3.4. They have made a mistake in the book. 14 times 0.6. We have 0.7 and 0.3. They made a mistake in the answer sheet at the back. Okay, I'm correct. They will go with section B. They made a mistake in their calculation. Okay, so assess the usefulness. So a decision tree calculates the expected monetary value of different options by forcing managers to consider risk and final likely decisions from likely returns from a decision. You can compare your risks. It gives you a clear quantitative preference for one option. This can help managers to make local strategic choices. Here it says A, it's actually B. They have made a mistake. Where they made a mistake is when they've done the calculation for B, they have written the wrong success and failure probabilities. But the usefulness of a decision tree is how do you actually calculate with accurately. You have to look at qualitative factors. The decision trees help you in strategic choice, but they are rarely sufficient and they do not stand alone. So you need to bring it all in together. So the second question, so lots and lots of decision tree. If you were in class with me, you will be doing lots more past papers. Have them. Don't be surprised if it's on your mark. Practice your CPAs. Once I finish the course, I will go over CPA. So once we finish the course, we are left with one chapter, which is chapter 40. Then we will go over CPA, we'll go decision trees, we will do some accounting and finance, NPV, discount factors, blah, blah, blah. That whole investment appraisal. And then we start revising some essays. Take care of yourself, best of luck, and I will chat with you soon.